All right, everybody, we are live with the Let's Heal podcast. I am Tyrell, and as you see, I got some beautiful Black women entrepreneurs joining us today. So stay right there, and I will be right back where we will get an opportunity to talk to each of them. Woo, y'all. So we are back. We are on the Let's Heal podcast. We are live. Tamika will be joining us soon. We were on, everybody's having technical difficulties. I think everybody decided to go live today. So I'm sure everybody is running slow. But we do have Ebony and Shanika and Natasha here today, and we will be talking about these Black women entrepreneurs and why they did what they did and how they've overcome some things. I got some questions. I wrote some stuff down on this side. So everybody go ahead and introduce yourselves and let everybody. Did y'all get an opportunity to share everything? You hit the share button and everything like that already that y'all need to hit to let everybody in. So while they're doing that, everybody, I'm gonna let y'all know that you can always you can ask questions on the show here. You adding people in. So you ask your questions and you'll be able to get your question answered. Hopefully, we try to keep this an hour show. I got 4 people on here. I didn't get too many questions because I had about 15, 20 questions in the beginning, and I'm like, we're not gonna be able to talk about all of these things. So I'll let everybody introduce themselves. So Shanika, go first. Let everybody know who you are and what you do and all of that good stuff.
Well, I am Shanika Lachey Bell, and I am the owner and the creative branding and marketing and advertising visionary at Shanika Lachey Media. So I do a little, yeah. So for entrepreneurs, small business owners, nonprofits, I create their marketing collateral, and I also help them find the soul of their brand.
Okay. Sounds like I'll be reaching out to you for Let's Heal growing and branding, in the near future. Ebony, go ahead and tell us who you are and what you do, because I see your sign back there and everything. So tell everybody who you are and what you do.
So my name is Ebony Lagan. I'm the owner of Compassionate Senior Care, and I'm also the founder of Sunflowers Bundles of Joy. So with Compassionate Senior Care, we send out HHAs, CNAs. You don't have to be certified to be a caregiver. Then with the Sunflowers, it's our nonprofit, Sunflowers Bundles of Joy, where we help single parents. And I'm noticing now there's a lot of single men that we leave out, but it's it's a lot of single parents that are men that a lot of people kind of dismiss.
Yes, definitely. Okay. And so Natasha, tell everybody who you are.
So my name is Natasha Hunt, and I am the owner of Real Body Boutique. I have a mobile boutique that I actually just opened up. So you can also get me online at realbodyboutique.com.
Awesome. So Tamika will be joining us soon. She's also here. Like I said before, and when she comes in, we will allow her to introduce herself. But we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna jump right into these questions because this hour goes by real fast. So my first question to each of you will be, what inspired you to develop your idea or your business? Shanika, let's let you go first. Tell everybody what inspired you.
Well, I started in the mid 90s from a consumer standpoint as a recording artist. Back then, you didn't have a lot of people who were into doing graphics. And so looking for someone to do an album cover, things like that was difficult during that time. So I said, hey, it's a lot of us out here, especially in Lake County, shout out.
Right.
It's so many artists and creativity. So I decided to provide that outlet and provide marketing collateral and things like that for them. That's how I started.
Awesome, awesome. Cool, cool. So Tasha, what inspired you to develop your business?
Well, I love clothes. I love fashion. I kind of have always loved it. And I was working in healthcare for, oh my God, 15 or so years. And I really was just over it.
Yeah.
So I always say that the pandemic pushed me to my purpose because I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time I didn't want to send my
Mhm.
baby to daycare anymore. And I said, this is the perfect time to go ahead and just pursue my passion. So
Awesome, awesome. So Ebony, what prompted you? What inspired you to develop your business?
Well, I've always been around the seniors anyway, because me and my grandparents are very, very close. And just recently, my grandmother just passed away, so I have a special connection. It's personal for me with the seniors. So I did engineering, I did adjusting, I did different little stuff that I thought that I was going to like, but I kept coming back, helping the seniors, and I'm like, okay, this is what I really love to do.
Mhm.
So then I decided to go ahead and make it an LLC, and 2 years would be March, next year, March, and I'm up to 45 employees now. So it's
Yeah.
going
Okay,
good.
come on, growing the business. And as we see,
Okay.
Tamika has joined us. So Tamika, are you
Hey,
there?
Tamika.
hey.
She's still delayed. Well, we all delayed at this point. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard tonight. It don't want none of us to talk today. But y'all know technology. We're gonna keep rolling with the punches. Tamika,
Yeah.
when you can hear us, let us know. We'll let you introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are. So my next question is, um, what are some of your daily habits that you do in your business? Like, what do you do day to day? Like when you wake up in your business, how do you open? How do you close? How do you interact? Well, like, what are some of those things? And well, I guess we'll go in the same order. So Shannon can tell us what a day to day operation is for you.
For me, it has drastically changed. Since the pandemic, I have taken on a 9 to 5.
Okay.
Throughout the day, but I'm working from home, so I'm still able to work my business throughout the day. Starting in the morning, I'm checking my emails and responding, things like that. If I have some projects to work on, I'm working on those simultaneously while I work. Um, that's basically it. My to-do list, I try to keep one of those and work off that, and I get a lot done with doing that. um Other than that, that's
Awesome. Okay. So Tasha, what is your day to day like when you open? Because I saw recently that you had your grand opening for your mobile boutique,
Mhm.
and you was on Facebook Live and everything, and I was like, oh, look at this all set up and all this. It was so nice. So tell us, what is your day to day operations like in your business when you open up and how it operates?
So the mobile boutique part, I only do that certain times and, pop-up shops and things like that. But
Mhm.
I work from home mostly. So, I get online orders and I'm packaging those. I'm posting on social media. I'm actually trying to, upgrade my content and all that stuff. So I'm
Mhm.
working, constantly just trying to improve. But every day is, just packaging orders and posting on social media sites and interacting with my customers.
Okay, okay. And Ebony, what you got the employees over there? You look like
Right.
a real businesswoman over there sitting in your office and everything. Like, don't disturb me, don't knock on my door. Tell us what it is when you do your day to day operations.
Ooh, my day to day, every day is different for one.
Yeah.
You never know when you're going to have a call off. So right now, I'm okay with call offs. I don't have a lot of call offs, but when I do, I actually go out, and that's what a lot of the seniors are not used to. They're not used to the actual owner going out assisting them. So if they need me, I'm there. So I never really know how my day is going to go. I try to look at my emails, and that's something I have to work on because I do procrastinate, and that is something I really, really have to work on. But looking at emails, calling the case managers, going to do different little activities with the seniors, going out, checking on them to see how they're doing, checking on my employees. So really just I have a really, really good relationship with all my employees and my clients. So I'm always out. So
Okay, cool. Let's. There's Tamika again. Let's add her one more time and see if she gonna come and reveal this because we all
Come
got
on,
some delays
Tamika.
and issues going on right now. And even if she don't get on, I'm gonna have to let her on and on her special. She gonna have a by herself special.
Oh my God!
So,
Wait, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Where
There
did
you
my
are.
camera go?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh. But you know what? This is perfect opportunity to show people as an entrepreneur, we face things that are unexpected. And guess what we do? We roll with the punches, we smile
Roll
and make
with
it
it.
happen. So, if that means that you gotta while you figured out the camera, if you want to tell everybody who you are, what it is that you do, and kind of catch up to us while we work on that, we're gonna roll with the punches because you're here now.
Yeah, we might as well roll with the punches. So, Tamika, I am owner of Pretty Chic. So, Pretty Chic basically is like a t-shirt, printing, and apparel, like anything that I can, put stuff on. It started like mid 2019. It went live January 2020 and has been growing and growing and growing since.
Okay. So I asked the ladies two questions already, and the first one was, what inspired you to develop your business or idea? So what inspired you to start Pretty Chic? So tell everybody what that was all about.
Yes, I mean, yes, it is a story behind it. So, I was working at a place I'm not going to name, and I was terminated, and I had never been terminated, and it did something to me, and I said, no one is ever going to control me again. No one's going to control where I work, how many hours I work, promotions, anything. So I'm going to work and be my own boss. And then, that's kind of where I went with it. That's why it exists today.
Okay. So and the next question I asked them was, what are some of your daily habits? Like, what is your day-to-day routine in your business? Like when you open up, because I seen that you just had your grand opening and you do cricket classes and everything else. So day to day, when you open up your doors, what is your day like?
So day is I'm on my phone, computer, all those things go with me everywhere I go. So because of what I do, with t-shirts and stuff like that, orders come in all times of the day, all times of the night. So I've waken up and there's been stuff in there at 4 in the morning, and I think like, who is thinking of ordering a shirt at 4 in the morning? Just get up, keep scrolling on Facebook, and you see those ads, and you're like, oh, I want that. So yeah, so it's basically the first hour of my day is like checking emails, trying to get through 40, 50 text messages, and trying to respond timely because I know there's like 1,000 people that do t-shirts and you can shop with anybody.
Right.
So I try to respond back as quickly as possible because I want your business. I don't want you nowhere else.
Oh, right. Yeah. So Tamika does some really good shirts, y'all, and as a matter of fact, Let's Heal T-shirts was just placed in Pretty Chic.
They are, and people are asking me about it. Like, what does it mean? And I feel like I know the brand. Well, what does Let's Heal mean to you? That means a lot of things.
Yeah.
You can heal from anything, positive or negative. So whatever
Exactly.
to you, put it on your chest.
Exactly. And that's kind of what Let's Heal was created for. It wasn't anything in particular. So, that's why my shows are all over the place because everything has a component of healing. Like the teacher said, it's all about love, life, and lessons. So, that's life. That's what it's going to be. And it will always continue to roll with love, life, and lessons. Hey, Chanel, how you doing?
Hey, Chanel.
Hey.
Yeah. So the next question that I got for all of you ladies is, knowing what you know now, is there anything you would have done differently when you first started? So Shanika, let's go
Ooh.
in the same order. Let's go with you.
Ooh, my goodness. I say to any entrepreneur, we're so quick to get that logo and get out there with our product and our service. But it's important for you to know and solidify your brand message first, your why, your story, your why are you doing this, who are you doing it for, and what you're looking to accomplish through your business. What's your purpose? What's your mission? Um, you got to get those things, solidified, like I said, before you just slap a logo on something and get out there and call it a business. You got to know who your target client is. So some of those things I wish I would have started,
Yeah.
with, but some of that, some of those things are lessons that we learn,
Yeah.
along the way as well, but that's something that I wish somebody would have kind of told me at first. Now we have all of these business gurus and coaches and things. No pun intended.
Right.
But but the market is saturated with so many people now who have that knowledge, and so I just wish that when I started so long ago that I had that expertise before I launched.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said before, one thing about having a business is about learning lessons as you go, so that you can, one of my sayings is, we're taught lessons to teach lessons. So, I guess that's where the coaches and everything comes from, because, here we are, 5 different industries, but people will definitely want to come to us and say, well, how? And sometimes you have people who hold information. And I'm like, y'all were taught that to teach it to the next person. If you hold on to the information, you ain't helping nobody. Like, that's selfish as hell. So let it go. Tasha,
I feel like I would have just started sooner. I was so afraid to take that leap. We get used to the norm, and we feel like we have to work in order to pay bills and to get a paycheck, because we know guaranteed paycheck. I was just so nervous and just scared to take that leap. I would have done this a long time ago.
Yeah.
But there are many lessons that I have learned and am still learning. So it's all good. It's perfect timing still. I feel like
everything happens for a reason, and it happens when it's supposed to.
Right.
And I think that even being an entrepreneur, like right now, like with the pandemic kind of forced everybody to kind of face all of their fears. And it was like, I was scared for a minute, and it's like, but I got to do it, and if you were in it already before the pandemic, then, we definitely going to be asking questions. So Ebony, tell us, knowing now, what would you have done differently in the beginning?
So I think, for one, I think I would have found my caregivers first. Okay. I was told that from people that are in this business, like, find your caregivers and then your clients will come. But then I was afraid, well, if I find my caregivers and I don't have anything,
having the clients,
so they're going to go somewhere else. But now I'm seeing that it's important that I should have had my employees first. Like, right now it's hard to find caregivers. Thank God that right now that my caregivers that have been with me, a lot of them since I started. So that's helpful. But I think, I don't know, I probably would have wanted to start sooner. Like she has said, I had ended up quitting my job. I was sick and tired of a job, and I just quit. And my mom was like, well, what are you going to do about your bills? Like, and I said, I'm just going to put everything in God's hand.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. I just quit. I didn't have not one client. I quit in January. I didn't get my first client until March. So I feel like I should have stepped out a little sooner and not been afraid to, because I was afraid, oh, well, I'm not going to be able to do this. What if I can't afford this? Or what if I can't do this? But when people meet me and see the passion that I have, it brings more people to me. So it's okay, you know what? Like all of my clients been word of mouth. So it's just like I wish I would have started sooner and kind of had a little more like, oh, I
Yeah.
got this.
Yeah. Yeah.
The negative talk at 1st.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
More confidence in your ability. Tamika, are you there?
No, Tamika.
Tamika, go. So and not, you know, because for me, of course, I still work a regular job, and I got like 10 jobs. Everybody always asks me, am I, you know, am I making, and I probably think I am, but you know, it's me. I don't have a family, you know. So when, you know, when you have a family, is it difficult to juggle your family with your business? Because, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, you have to be able to be there for that business. In order to have a well gelled family, you also got to be there full time for your family too. So what has been some of the struggles with the juggle of family and business, and what would be your, you know, let me cut this off from my business, let me cut this off from my family? What is your where is that breaking point? Shanika, up there's Tamika. She looked like she moving.
Hey.
She got
I
Welcome
took
back,
my
Tamika.
desktop, everything wasn't working, so I had to do this from my phone.
That's
Yeah.
what it's in, and it works perfect.
Okay.
So before we move on, the question that I just asked previously was, knowing what you know now, is there anything you would have done differently when you first started?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So,
Hey, Vita.
is it my turn? I know I'm
Yeah.
late.
No,
Okay.
yeah. We trust me, you fit right in, and we rolling right with it. You know, we making it happen.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I would have had all the paperwork, like all that type of stuff, like really, really squared away before I actually went live. Like I was still, I had, you know, my LLC, but you know, the treasury, all that type of paperwork, the IRS stuff, I didn't already have all that together. So I think I would have had the accounting part together and not trying to like do the craft, do that, try to figure out what I'm gonna sell, try to figure out what I'm gonna make, you know, all that, try to do it all at the same time and still be a one person show,
Right.
you know, be owner, CEO, employee, inventory person, you know, being all the people.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't do all that at once. And I think I just had got excited that I did it and then just kind of roll with it. But now, you know, everything is a lot calmer now because there's a process. Yeah, I definitely would have did that different.
Definitely. So, and now I asked, how do you juggle family? Because, you know, and that was kind of the reason why I did Black Entrepreneur Women. And, you know, I know most of y'all. Ebony is she's new to the Let's Heal family and all of that stuff, but I'm sure she has family. But, you know, just watching women do things, especially in 2021 going into 2022, and then you see all the stuff that they go through. It's like you're able to maintain a family and maintain a business, a productive business. And here I am flipping out when I get too many clients that try, you know, sit down and talk to me. And I'm like, it's not enough for me. Can I clone myself like 3 times? But y'all are making it happen. So Shanika, how do you do that? So,
Well, mine started, my kids were small. So I would take, you know, the time out when they were asleep. My best time for business was at night, when it was late in the midnight hour. I was up grinding. But that has changed as of lately. And you had said something about what was your something that you would do, or what was the thing that you wouldn't do, or something you were saying
right.
to that effect.
Like where at what point do you say, I'm not going to compromise my
Yeah.
family time, and I'm not going to compromise my work time. Like, where do you break those two?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, at first I started without a schedule, without a refined schedule, one that I was really like, adhering to. It was like, okay, a weekend, I get an email, here I find myself responding to it. So now I have put up boundaries, and I'll see your email on Saturday, but baby, I ain't responding until Monday,
right,
So I have become a stickler about that, and that's really helped me. Hey, the weekend is strictly for my family. um Also specific times during the week, it's like, hey, 8 p.m. I'm getting the email, and I had to learn not to respond, at that time, to wait for business hours for a response. So yeah,
yeah,
boundaries. You have to
that
put up
setting
boundaries.
boundaries. Oh, I just
Yeah.
having a no goal.
Yep.
So Tasha, how do you do it? And if y'all didn't know, y'all, this is my sister. This is my blood sister. We are related. And of course, she's got my niece and my nephew and her husband, and they live in a whole other city and all of that stuff. So how do you do that?
It ain't easy, Lord knows. But I mean, you just have to. I mean, luckily, my children are 12 years apart. So my son definitely helps me out a lot. Like, he's got my daughter upstairs right now. I'm like, keep her quiet so I can do this. But also having an understanding partner, that helps a lot as well, because he
Mhm.
like, we on the same page when it comes to, just having a hustler mentality. We both have that. So he gets that. I think you have to take days off. If I need the day off and I just, don't want to deal with customers, or don't want to,
Yes.
answer messages or whatever, I just, I don't check my, Facebook as much, or,
Yeah,
you have to do that for your mental sanity. Sometimes you just gotta,
Yes, Lord.
and
Nikki going again.
yeah, you just got to disconnect and take time for yourself. On the weekends, if I'm out of town or whatever, I still take my trips, what I want to do on the weekend, and on Monday, hit it hard and come back. And it really helps, for me to just be able to, just, it's like a refreshing, time where I can, on the weekends, have my family time, and then just get back to business Monday. So,
Yeah, like hitting a reset button. We all got to hit a reset button every
Yes.
now and again.
yeah,
So
that helps.
Ebony, because you got the most productive thing over here. Like me, I'm already tired thinking about 45 employees. Like somebody
Woo.
getting yelled at right now just because you wanted a 45. How do you do that if you have a family and then you also have your work family? Because now you have this extended family, which, essentially when you have employees, you want them to be your family. Like, you never want to, because we all know what it's like to go to a job and we are just a number at that job. So when you become an entrepreneur, you want your job or your employees to feel like family, because I know for me personally, when I feel appreciated, it makes me work harder to make sure that the business is successful. So
And
how
that
do
is
you do that?
important.
Yeah.
That is very, very important. My employees know that without them, I have no business. So they give me respect. I give them respect. I do bonuses. I do different, different little things to make sure that they know that they are appreciated. But trying to do the family, and I can say entrepreneurship is not for no punks.
Right.
Ouch.
And it's gonna be some crying nights. It's gonna be some late nights with my son. My son is also into thinking that the only way to go is to be an entrepreneur. So my son cooks. So he kind of understands what his mom is doing.
Right.
So he understands the late nights. He understands that, okay, sometimes we're not going to be able to go out and have fun. We need to work. But my son is into that also. So that kind of helps. So he's doing his little business plan. He, cooks and do different little things. So, and when I say he cook, yeah, he cooks.
He cooked.
Okay.
So he understands that, okay, mommy is doing this because mommy wants a better life. Mommy want to make sure that you don't have to want for anything. I want to be able to walk in the store and I don't have to worry about how much this is, how much that is. I can go and get what I want. And
Right.
so that's what I keep telling myself. And is like my son always say, you have to want something as bad as you want to breathe. So if you want this, then you're going to go after it and keep on, keep on. So I tell anybody that want to be an entrepreneur, it's going to be hard. Believe me, it's going to be hard. It's going to be crying nights. It's going to be everything. But if you keep going, not giving up, like I said, like Elijah say, and it's a guy that he listens to that that's where he got that from. He said you have to want it as bad as you want to breathe.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to breathe, so you have to really want what you want. And you have to know your why. So I know my why. So I think that's what helps me. I know my why, and my son is 100%, have my back. So
Yeah, definitely. So Tamika, because okay, and a little backstory on Tamika. Me and Tamika were class of 2000 in North Chicago Community High School, baby.
Yeah,
And
we've
we
been
go
rolling since the
way
second grade.
back.
Yeah,
So,
we've been rolling since the
what
second grade.
Same question to you.
It's still a juggle for me. I have 5 kids, husband, dog. So I got one that's out, out the house already, but I got a one that's graduating next year, and then, the twins, and then another one. It's still a juggle for me. I do most of my stuff, like Shanika said, at night. People will be texting me, or I'll be just responding to people's stuff, and it'd be like 2 a.m, and I'll get a text back, "What are you doing up?" This is where I do my best work. This is where I do my best work, because I don't have to be interrupted. Mom, I'm hungry. Mom, I want this, or Mom, this. But it's not really that bad. My day job is a work from home, so that's not really a factor. So that's another reason why I do stuff at night, because I still work during the day and managing this. So
you got a family, a regular job, and a child. I'm tired. When I come off work, I feel like I ain't answering no phone calls. That's why y'all see podcasts every now and again, because this is a whole production over here. I'm like, I got to put this together. I'm like, oh, I can't do this today. Not gonna do that. So,
but I mean, once you get used to like doing it, it's like now it's like second nature. I know that, okay, I put food in the oven, I can go make me two, 3 items real quick and come back. It's just kind of normal, and the kids kind of understand. If they ain't seen me in about 2 hours, they'll come down and say, "Mom, yeah, I'm alive. What do you need?"
Right.
But
you see, I'm busy. You see, I'm working.
It's a process, and like I said, I mean, it's pretty much our normal until I'm big enough to where I will hire employees, because none of my kids want to do this. None of them. I try. I even said, y'all want to learn this? Is so easy. This is easy college money. And it was like, yeah, looks expensive. No, thanks.
Oh gosh.
It's not as easy as it looks, but hey.
Yeah. See, you gotta love it, I guess, So the next question, and I got these questions because I want to, I guess, invoke deep thought, so that whatever people take away, they're able to apply to their life, whether they're afraid to take that risk, or they're thinking about it, or they've done it before. Because a lot of times when it comes to being successful, like I posted a couple days ago, there's 100 no's to 1 yes. And I don't want people to give up when they get to a certain point. So like the question that I have next is, what makes you an effective leader in your industry? Because like you said, that all these industries that we're in right now, they're all saturated. So what sets you apart? And I had that conversation with somebody before. You have to know who you are and what you bring to that industry before people go and seek you out of everybody else. So what makes you an effective leader in your industry? We'll start with Shanika again.
I think your effectiveness as a leader starts with your value proposition, with your business and what you offer and what value you have as a business owner. For me, specifically, like I said, the industry is saturated. So I know there's a lot of marketing people. There's a lot of graphic designers. So my advice in this would be, don't be afraid to niche. That makes you a leader as well. when I started out, I was only doing marketing collateral for ministries and
Right.
churches and, nonprofits. And, I had people in my ear like, you can get more money if you, spread out, branch out and open up to this industry and this market and this. But there are niches
Yeah.
that people can go into and make so much money. And it
Yeah.
could be a small little sector of something. And you'll be like, wow, what?
Yeah.
So there are riches in niches. So don't be afraid
Come
to
on,
niche.
Sam.
Don't there are riches in niches. Don't be afraid to niche down into something, because sometimes we spread ourselves too broad, too
Yeah.
thin, niche down, and know what you want, as a leader. So your value proposition is important. And as I was going to say, as for me, I don't only do graphic design, for people. I help them find the soul of their brand. I help them with their brands, producing marketing collateral, finding the voice of their brand. And then not only that, I offer an advertising avenue through Life in the Overflow magazine, which I've been publishing and being the editor of for 11 years now. So, that's my niche,
Yeah.
for entrepreneurs, media, getting you out there, not just producing your marketing collateral, but hey, let's get you an interview. Let's
Yeah.
get your promotional material together. Let's get a video of you, one-on-one. So your value proposition, that's what makes you an effective leader.
Yeah. So like you and like she said, and I have a personal connection to everybody on here. Ebony, you just automatically kind of fell into the, you feel like a sister to me, like because when you reached out to me, I was like, Ebony is that. So with Shanika, she does the magazine. She has Life in Overflow magazine. I just became a contributor with the Let's Heal section of her magazine. And Shanika is also my first cousin. Our dads are brothers. So you know what I'm saying? Like of course it runs in the blood because I got my sister and my first cousin on here. But I think the connection and being able to motivate each other and I've watched Shanika for so many years, way back when I was thinking before Let's Heal even came about, when I was still doing Live Well with Tyrell. And Shanika was still doing her thing, and I watch her all the time, and I'm always bugging her Facebook Messenger, and I'm like, should I ask her this question? But I want to know, damn it, I'm gonna ask anyway. So yeah, she's definitely been a leader in the industry who has influenced me. And so I like to say that she definitely has a lot of
Thank you.
backing, a lot of input on as strong as I go with Let's Heal. So I appreciate her for being here. Tasha, what makes you an effective leader in your industry?
I feel like my will to succeed and like not give up. There's been so many other boutiques that I've seen, people want to start a business, but like you said, it's not for the weak, and just not wanting to stop and reinventing the wheel.
Right.
If I post something one way and it ain't working and it ain't selling, I'm going to post a different way and figure it out, So
right.
That makes me an effective leader, just not giving up and trying different things.
Yeah, definitely. Ebony, what makes you a leader in your industry? Because, eventually we all got to get old anyway. And I would love to be with somebody who not only I can trust, but somebody who I feel like is a leader in the industry. What makes you a leader in your industry?
So first off, this is my passion. It's not about money for me. I have clients now that I'm not getting any type of profit, anything off of. I have clients now that Medicaid is not giving them anything, but they can't afford to pay, but I still have to pay my employees. And I think that's where my blessings come in, because it's not all about money for me. It really is about helping the seniors, bringing awareness out that the seniors need us. It's a lot of seniors that I have that they feel like we don't care for them. We don't love them. We don't pay attention to them. So my job is to make sure that they know with compassionate senior care, we truly love you. We truly care for you. It's not about the money. It's about making sure that you know that when you're with us, you're going to be well taken care of. You're going to have the owner. You're going to have the people in the office come out and check on you. You're going to get phone calls on your birthday. You're going to get, visits. You're going to get, invited to different things. So I think with me is so many people that are doing this here in Indy. It's a lot of people. But my thing is, I feel like with me and my company, everybody can tell and everybody can feel the passion, the true, like I really, really love what I do.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of make me stand out a little more. And even with my employees know, like all of my clients and all of my employees, they have my personal number. I have some clients that call me at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. They don't know what time it is. Hey,
Right.
and it's not, oh, I'm asleep. It's what's going on? How can I help you? Are you okay? If they need me at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to go out and make sure that my seniors are okay. My employees know. I got employees that call, Miss Ebony, I'm just going through, I'm just doing this. A lot of people don't understand that I've been through a lot. I've been locked up. I had a felony. I've been in an abusive relationship. So I'm very relatable to a lot of different people, even to some seniors. So me keeping it real and not making it look like, oh, I just have this perfect life, because I don't. I've been through hell and back, So, and I think that's what really bring people in and really make me stand out more, because I'm real and I'm not going to be fake. So
yeah, and we appreciate your realness, because I think that that vulnerability is what makes people more relatable. You know what I'm saying? Like you never, and I say that because I love watching documentaries of celebrities, because I'm like, at the end of the day, no matter how much money this person makes, they're still a person. Something about them is going to make them relatable to me and make me either like them more or like them less, because their story is what it is. We all have a story. We all have a back thing. And I always tell people, when I do get my opportunity to have what I feel is going to be my blood, sweat, and tear speech, it's going to be full of realness and honesty and transparency. And I think that that's what's going to bring people to continue to make the businesses more successful. You know what I'm saying? Like if something goes on, people are more prone to standing behind you because you've been real with them. You've been transparent with them. You've been honest with them. So Tamika, talk to us. You over there with your, I guess logging into your phone gave you the correct back, because we see your wall, we see your sound, we see everything. You got all kinds of advertising going on back there. I love it. So tell us what makes you an effective leader in your industry.
So, in craft land, it is very cutthroat. It is very cutthroat. Every making a t-shirt is very simple, but making a quality t-shirt is very difficult. Yeah. And it's a difference. I can go and slap some words on something and you be like, oh, okay. But when I use quality products, quality vinyl, quality, shirts or whatever, that really makes a difference and can brand even an unbranded business.
Yeah.
I feel like anything that you do, you got to have some type of passion. Like Ebony said, you can never do it for the money, because if the moment you become slow, or in her case, what if all her clients left? She don't have no passion for it. Then what's she gonna do? Because if she was doing it for the money, now she broke. You can't do things just because it pays well. You truly have to have a passion for it, because then it will show through your work. I have people send me pictures all the time. Can you make this? I can almost look at it every single time and tell you right off the top, yes or no. And I won't even try to attempt something that I don't know how to do, because it's my name. One bad customer is detrimental, can be very detrimental.
Oh, yeah.
So I really take pride on everything that I put out, everything that I do, how I speak to you, how I respond, my response time, what I put on social media, because you can't mix the two. So it could be a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so that's why now, like, I mean, I bridged into like the collaboration. Me and you talked about collabing. I hadn't even grand opened yet. I
I
don't think
know.
we talked
I was
but 2 days
like,
after the grand opening.
okay. Yeah.
So
Cause she reached out to
as
me
soon as
with
I
the
knew
Let's
it,
Heal stuff, and she was like, I didn't even, because I don't, again, like you said, it's about the passion. Like with Let's Heal, I did it for me first. So when I started posting it, I was like, ain't nobody watching this, but I'm gonna put it out anyway because this is what my heart is telling me. This is what God and the universe is telling me to do. So if one person watches it, I had to start living in my legacy. So that would be my why, because you go to a bunch of funerals and you're like, oh, this person was a great person. You see people making up stories about people when in the back, this person was the worst shit. And you be like, somebody lied. Somebody
Not
lied at
making
the
up
person's
stories.
funeral. Exactly. Y'all making up stories for this person to make them sound good. So if you learn how to live in your legacy, your life will never
You
go
won't
in vain.
have
You know
to.
what I'm saying?
Your
You,
life will
you,
speak
you won't
for
have to
you.
make up
Yeah.
a right. So if nobody ever spoke at my funeral, everybody would know Let's Heal. Everybody would know how crazy I was. That's why I say what I say when I say it, because it's me. If I feel like cussing, I'm a cuss, and it's gonna come all the way from my diaphragm. So, so yeah. But we're gonna keep moving because y'all know we can talk all day. This is going really fast. So my next question is, what has been your most significant achievement with your business? So who wants to go first with that? I'm not going to pick on Shanika, make her go first all the time. Tamika, you gonna go first? Well, you muted yourself, so we can't hear you, Tamika. We can't hear you.
hey, wait, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I didn't even touch it. I was like, oh, let me go first because I've been going last. Okay,
Yeah. Come
so
on.
the biggest achievement, okay, so with this shirt thing, like I really had no direction. When I wanted to do it, I just said I wanted to make it. And it literally was basically just gonna be stuff for me and the kids. They play sports, I was gonna make all their stuff, so I don't have to buy the
Yeah.
$40 shirts that for the sporting events. I'm gonna make my own stuff. But it then grew into where I started saying, oh, I could do this, I could do this, I could make this, I could do this. So it literally started with a $500 investment in my basement of my house.
Oh, gee.
Literally, when people come in, and I don't let people see my craft area,
Right.
but literally the few people that have come over and I've let them see it, and they're like, oh my God, girl. I got like 13 machines down there, and they're like, I can't believe you actually doing all this. Like, so yeah, it literally started from my basement. I think the biggest thing for me was actually moving out of my basement into what I'm in now is 2 suites in a downtown Indy area.
Yeah.
Um, so that was big for me. Also, just networking with my boss friends, Ebony.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just being even though we're in two different fields, the motivation and the morning text. If y'all friends with her on Facebook, she will flood the timeline at 5 a.m. smiling. But just seeing that, even if you're having a bad day, just open up my phone. Seeing that's like big because, like I said, craft world is cutthroat. Nobody wants to help you.
Right.
Nobody wants to do anything for you to do it. So another thing for me is I teach. I
Mm-hmm.
do it via Zoom. I do it in person. I do it here in the office. Um, and I got. Are you afraid that they're going to take money out your mouth? I am not, because there is so much money out here for all of us to make, no matter what field that you're in.
Yep.
Why can I help the next man eat?
Right.
Why not?
Right.
It's not, like I was telling Ebony earlier, there's Walmart, there's Meijer, there's Kroger, there's all these different grocery stores, but you patronize all of them. There's
Right.
not one time where you're going to say, I'm never going there again.
Right.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
So, I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of helping someone else achieve their goal or even help them get started. So like I said, mentoring, teaching, trying to get you to a space where you can say, breathe and let loose and take your first step, then I'm always gonna be here for you. That's just my thing. That's nobody helped me start Pretty Chic at all. I had one lady that taught me the software for about an hour, and I was so lost even afterwards, but so embarrassed to come back and tell her I don't understand anything that you just said. But you know, I figured it out, and I know how feeling helpless is, and I don't want nobody else that's trying to do this to actually feel like that. So I just started teaching it um, officially in November. I was doing it, you know, house to house, you know, one on one with people. But now I actually physically hold classes. And since I've been holding classes, I am now booked. I was booked November, I am booked December, and I am halfway booked for January.
Yes,
So
I
it's
seen that. I
actually
was like,
been
come
good.
on, teaching classes.
Yeah, I teach everything: credit, budgeting, cricket, all of it. You know, anything to do to help you get ahead. You know, I'm there because my thing is, I might need some help in a different field. I may want to switch fields. You know, I
Right.
may want to do something else. I mean, my degree is in healthcare, so you never know how far this is gonna go. But whatever it is, however I can be there for somebody else. Um, I'm there. Like me and Ebony, I'm gonna stop after this one because I can go on and on and on and on. But like me and Ebony are trying to get this thing together now. We didn't really name it, but I'm gonna name it. It's called We All Can Eat. So it's basically all types of business owners that we come together. Maybe once a month or however often that we need to, and get together. It's called the business, like a lunch and learn.
I'm there.
Everybody can
Make sure
come
y'all include
there.
me. I'm gonna hop in the car. I'm there.
Just ask your questions. What are you struggling with? It may
Right.
be somebody at the table that can help you. And we're not in the
That's
same
dope.
field. Me and her was just out with our other friend. And she made the statement. She was like, I do this, so I don't think nobody's at the table gonna be able to help me. But just us three having conversations, she's already making moves to do different things. So you never know how you could benefit off of somebody else. Just listening, because my audience, your audience may need me one day.
Right.
You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So one other person answer the question, what has been your most significant achievement with your business? And who wants
I
to
go.
Okay.
So I think with me it's just having all the employees, and keeping the employees. I think that, and then also now I'm in a bigger office and been able to not to have rent for 3 years. And paid in full. So I think that's my biggest achievements. I didn't have to get any loans. I didn't have to get any of that. Like it's just God has just been blessing me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I really believe that it's just because of the passion that I truly have, and then just keeping the employees. Everybody who in this field is so hard finding employees is
Yeah.
it's no joke.
Especially now where every
Yeah.
place is, I guess, kind of suffering because you have a lot of people who don't really want to get back to work, and then you definitely don't want to just hire anybody.
Yes.
Especially when you're that close to your employees. It's like, I'm not a really big company. You're not just a number here. So you're not coming to be quality work and understand that you are representing my name and my brand. I'm gonna have to pass on this opportunity. It's not anything against you, but you just don't fit here. I wish you nothing but success, positivity, and a good life.
And that's what you have to tell people.
Yeah.
Like, it's some that I have turned down, very nice. But then it's like, okay, if I don't even trust you with my grandparents, I'm definitely not about to sing you out. And I tell everybody that come in, you represent me.
Yeah.
So when I do send them out, if they don't vibe well, if one of my clients say, okay, Ebony, I just can't do it. Even if the employees say, okay, Miss Ebony, I'm not going to be able to work. I'm not going, just because I need an employee in there. I would rather go ahead and do it myself before I have you go in there and mess up, my name. Like I said, it's just been a lot of word of mouth for me. So I love what I do. So I can't just send whoever out. But I think that's my biggest thing for me, just the employees and keeping them and
Yeah. Awesome. So before we go into what's next for everybody stay right there. We are going to take a quick break because I got to run over here and unlock the door because I got to set up on my next show. So everybody stay right where you are. We'll be right back. And we're back.
That was the quickest commercial ever.
I know.
I was trying to get into it. I'm like,
I thought I was gonna be
I
able to
just
get
had to
up
go
and
and unlock the door because my co-host just texted me that he was on his way in the door because we got another show starting in like 20 minutes. So I got to make sure that he can get in and I ain't got to jump up and unlock the door for him to get in here, you know. Yeah. Anyway, so like I said before, we are going to talk about, yeah, Chanel said quick. That was quick. I got 4 people on here and we got to get everything covered. I didn't get to ask every question, but I got to ask some really important questions, you know, today, you know, and I think that everything that we have talked about, everything that you all have input has been a really good help and really, really, really good information for everybody who is listening. If you are listening, everybody, please be sure to share this video. And then the podcast will actually be available at midnight tonight once I, you know, work that whole thing out. But yeah, first I want to, you know, thank you all for coming on to the Let's Heal podcast, ladies. I appreciate y'all for taking out this time, this hour. I don't want to suck up all your time and do all of those things. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for being here. Like I said, I have a personal connection with everybody. And you know, if there are some other people out there, I didn't miss you, I didn't overlook you. I just, you know, I would have everybody on here if I could. But you know, these are the people who were at the top of my list when I was picking and choosing. And I'm like, let's get them in here, see if they can do it. If they can, they can't. They can't, they can't. You know, and here they are. So I appreciate them all for being here with the Let's Heal podcast. Everybody, you're going to go through and tell me, you know, what's next for you. What do you have planned? What do you got going on? And also, where can people find you on social media? You know, whenever they go looking for you. Ebony, go first. Let's let you go first.
So what is next for me? I have a lot of things going on. I don't want to say too much right now, but I have some homes that is about to open for the seniors, and I'm also a CPR instructor also, so I'm going to get some classes going. So I got a few things that's staying a little quiet right now until I get it out. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Compassionate Senior Care for the seniors. You can look on that page. For my nonprofits is Sunflowers Abundance of Joy. If you need to email us, is compassion@indieseniorcare.com. For the sunflowers is info@sunflowersbundles.joy. So I'm sorry, sunflowersbundlesofjoy.org. We accept Cash App, PayPal. You can reach out to me. We do need volunteers. We need good caregivers. So, and keep watch, because I got some things that's better.
Oh, I'm gonna be watching it. Y'all mentioned that group. When I tell you I'm gonna pack up my car and be on my way, y'all have the lunch and y'all gonna my bald headed stuff gonna show up to the lunch.
Yeah, but think about doing some stuff.
Tyrell might be coming to see. I might be coming to see you soon. Yeah, I might be coming to see
y'all
you
know
soon.
I'm always ready. You know, it's always a party when me and my big old head show up. So,
yeah, you need to come down there. I was telling some people we gotta come down.
Yeah,
and do something.
Yeah. So Tasha, tell everybody what's next for you and your business and where they can find you at and all those other things. Where can they shop?
Okay, well, my mobile boutique will be in a city near you, hopefully. I'm popping up some everywhere. I know it's getting cold out, so I'll kind of stay close here. But once it starts warming back up, I'm going to be some everywhere. You can shop online at realbodyboutique.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Real Body Boutique. And the email address is info@realbodyboutique.com.
Okay. Awesome. Super fantastic. Shanika, where can people find you? What is next for you?
Well, tomorrow, the issue of Life in the Overflow magazine, my fall 2021 issue, is launching. Yeah. So everybody go to lifeintheoverflowmag.com, sign up so you'll be notified when the issue launches, and go ahead and subscribe while you're over there so you can get the digital issues. In the past, I had offered my digital issues for free. No, the price has changed.
Right.
But aside from that, with Bella Creative, I have, as I told you guys in the beginning, transitioned to Shanika Lachey Media Group. And so you can find everything about me under my link tree, Shanika Bell at the linktree.com address.
Okay, and like she said, y'all make sure y'all go get the magazine, because Let's Heal with Tyrell is there, and I need y'all to read that, because I will definitely be a constant contributor, and I think it's time for us to collaborate and try to get this world healed. Tamika,
yes,
what's next for you? Where can people find you, and all of those good things?
Okay, what's next for me? I can't give that too much.
Okay.
Our collaboration that we gonna try to go ahead and do for January 2022, but we'll go ahead and we still got to work out all the the stuff on that one. I do have a separate line under Pretty Chic that's dropping soon, so I'll be giving details for that. I don't want to say too much right now. I'm still working on that, but you can find me on Instagram at I am Pretty Chic. Not too much Facebook. I'm trying to, move everybody to Instagram. My website is not live yet. It is still currently being built, but that will be www.prettychic.com.
Awesome. So, like I said before, ladies, thank you all for coming on the Let's Heal podcast today. I appreciate you all for your time, and hopefully we'll all be able to collaborate soon with the Let's Heal retreat in some form or fashion, because that's what's coming for Let's Heal next year. My Let's Heal manifestation journal is finally complete after all of because I felt like a teacher. I had all the red markings in my thing, so that'll be coming out soon. And I will definitely be partnering with these ladies a whole lot more, because I love partnering with people who understand the concept, the entrepreneur mind, who is always forward thinking and can put up with my craziness most of the time. So
wait, you know what I want to add? I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had to show you up in here. Hold on, I had to figure out how to flip my camera. I'm gonna just go this. Can you see? Who is that behind me?
Come on, look at Let's Heal up there.
What is that? What is that?
Look at that Let's Heal stuff. Y'all better go to the boutique in Indiana. If you can't order it online, make sure you go to the boutique and get your Let's Heal t-shirt and all of your Let's Heal paraphernalia. And make sure y'all show up, because God has already shown me that my name is supposed to be in lights, and I'm supposed to be speaking in front of a whole bunch of folks. So I got, stepping into my calling. At this point, I'm like, okay, God, whatever you got for me, I'm finally submitting. Gonna do what you're gonna do. You've already shown it to me, so here it is. And this is just step number one. Again, everybody, I thank y'all for showing up today. This has been the Let's Heal podcast. And I'm Tyrell, and as always, make sure you drink your water and mind your own bald-headed business. Until next time, see y'all later. Y'all stay right there. I'll be right back.